What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Neo. I love Neo. Now, I was in Neo when the last bull cycle happened. Uh, I got in on Neo when it was called AntShare, um, and sold pretty much my entire bag during the last bull cycle, well below the 180 that I actually hit. I was in around 100 when I sold off completely. Um, I'm a big fan of Neo. So Neo is like Ethereum, Chinese Ethereum is how it used to be touted. But I'm going to get into Neo in a second. What a day we've had, what 24 hours we've had on the market. As always, I update my spreadsheet, just the first 26 coins I spoke about in the channel, all of which I've held at one point or another. If you'd invested $100 into each one when I release the videos and you're still holding your bags, you'd be in profit for $28,400. Add in your $2,600 investment, and you'd be sitting on 31 grand, which isn't bad. Like I said, I've been in all of these. Phantom was obviously my most successful investment. Got in at half a cent. It's currently a 75x. At one point, it was 182x. But I've sold most of these positions now. In fact, if you want to know exactly what I'm in, check out Copy My Crypto. The link's down there. After getting out of all these positions, I got into brand new ones, and I've built a portfolio that's designed to maximize gains. Puts in some low cappers that might be able to do those 100x's, but it's balanced beautifully well. And in a market cycle like this right now, there's such an opportunity for everyone to make some serious money. Every time you sort of wait in a week to invest, everything's going up 30-40%, and your profits are just lower. It doesn't look like we're on any sort of correction for crypto at the moment. Everything just looks like we're going pretty goddamn strong. It's a real opportunity to improve your entire life, certainly your financial circumstances. So check out the link in the description. Right, guys, Neo. I like Neo. I really do. So Neo is a blockchain like, well, similar to Ethereum, it's a smart contract blockchain. Now, Neo, what mostly interests me about Neo right now is their new, like Neo 3.0 N3, right? And they're looking at getting into this now. Like, is the early bird migration is now on. So if you're holding Neo, and you move your Neo and your gas over to N3, you can also participate in governance. So you can do the voting. Now the voting returns, if you're actually bothering to do it, you can make some legitimately very good money in it, like passively, effectively, because you're just doing a vote, not much else. So, and you can make some passive gas doing that. So under the rules of Neo's new structure, 80% of the newly minted gas is distributed to Neo token holders who have voted for a Neo council member. So as fewer Neo tokens will be used to vote during this early phase, gas will be split among less Neo than it will be after the migration's completed. So your gas generation right now will be huge comparatively. Now, exchanges aren't going to be supporting Neo gas tokens on N3 yet. That's going to take a while. That's not going to be in effect probably till the mass migration is complete or begins. So mass migration begins in September the 1st. And there'll be an incentive campaign run in tandem, offering a 1% bonus on the amount of Neo tokens migrated. So if you choose to participate in the early bird migration, you won't get the bonus, but you get the bonus on gas. Now, gas is pretty damn good in terms of the bonus. So if we have a look, where's the gas one gone? There. So this is the Neo and gas calculator, right? So having 500 Neo, that's out of most people's reach. So let's even just drop it to something reasonable. Let's make it 10. That's going to cost you $600, thereabouts, 593. So you get a grand total of like 1% of gas for holding Neo, but you'll get 35% of the gas for participating in governance. So obviously the more Neo you've got, the better. And that doesn't sound like tons, but bear in mind that's per month. So you're getting like 36% of the gas per month if you're sitting with 10 Neo. Now fundamentally, why that's quite exciting is Neo and gas are going to increase in terms of price. Neo peaked out, I think its peak this year so far has been around $140. Gas peaked around 20, I want to say, this year. Might have been a bit more. Yeah, around 20. So one thing that you have to bear in mind is actually gas can end up with, when you're dealing with fuel economy, for tokens like gas or ontology gas or T-Fuel, Phantasma Energy, all of these that are the tokens that pay for transactions, the tokens that fuel the ecosystem. Though the prices of them can often end up being about half of the total price of the coin that is the origin of the project. So if you look at the bull cycle from 4 years ago, gas's actual peak was around like $86, but Neo hit like 180. That was its peak. So it's not that far from half. So if Neo's going to run up to, let's say, $200 again, which I would think it would, there'll be a big benefit of holding gas, because if gas again follows the same pattern that it always has of fluctuating anywhere between half and sort of a quarter of the price of the token, or half and a fifth the price of the token of the original crypto, then you're going to make, if you're sitting holding or participating in the governance during this early bird phase, which you've basically got this month, but you'll get yourself a nice little another 0.36 gas if you're sitting with 10 Neo. At the end of the day, gas is going to probably go up to, and will at some point potentially reach half of the value of Neo again. So if Neo hits 200, gas hits 100. So that's a decent little profit. On top of the fact that if you're sitting on 10 Neo right now and they end up being worth $200, you make $2,000. Now, one thing that we were all really bullish on with Neo, and a lot of us were, was that it was free to move. You know, you'd send, you could send Neo across anywhere, and it didn't cost you anything beyond, you know, a bit of gas fees. But the gas fees were so minimal; it was so cheap and efficient. What we were hoping for was real, like, real growth in the Neo ecosystem. We have started seeing it, no doubt about it. There are a number of good projects built on Neo, and we want to see more. It's not really came close to what ended up happening with Ethereum, and you know, for a long while it wasn't that far behind in terms of technology, in terms of smart contract feasibility. It's just slower moved. It's been a slower mover than Ethereum. But if you actually look at what the Neo ecosystem, you have got a hell of a lot going on. You've got an ecosystem that's spread across Washington, Colorado, Brazil, Spain, Switzerland, Russia, China a few times. And I do wonder if the difficulty that Neo has had, effectively, is obviously the issues within China with regards to crypto. There's been a lot of bouncing back and forth with that, which is a real shame because Neo is so fast. so fast, so cheap to move things around. It's just we wanted to see more. Now key cryptos based within Neo, you've got Poly Network, Nash Exchange, Flamingo Finance, which is probably the best performer, almost certainly the best performer at the moment. QLC Chain and Switch.io. Now Switch.io's done okay, but nowhere close. Not really what we expected to see. Switch.io I thought would be a lot bigger. But Flamingo Finance is a very, very interesting crypto. So if you've not seen Flamingo Finance, they're a DeFi protocol, and you basically it's swaps, it's token swaps, right? And you can do staking and stuff on Flamingo Finance, but it's not really done it's doing good volume, really, but it's probably the only one doing good volume on the Neo network at the moment. I am really hopeful about Neo long term, but I want to see how smooth the N3 is going to be. But if you are a holder of Neo, make sure you participate in the early bird migration. It's beneficial to you. It really is. Really is. And do keep an eye out for any upcoming projects on Neo. Let me know if you see any. But when the full migration is done on N3 and we start seeing developments more and more and more again on Neo, I do expect this to be a really bright and promising ecosystem. But it's just been a bit too slow. Bit too slow. This year, though, a couple $100, I would say. Don't think it's going to peak much beyond that. Yeah, a couple $100 until they've got everything in place, and maybe the cycle after that, it will be a beast. But it all depends on China's take on crypto as well, because if they end up being pushed out of China, that'd be a problem. Can't imagine that would happen, because they're only one of the few coins that the Chinese government's openly spoken about is Neo, when they were referring to potentials for CBDCs, which you can't avoid at this point. But yeah. What do you guys think of Neo? Like I say, quietly optimistic. It might break a couple $100, but not much beyond that. I don't think this year. It's not. Yeah. I'd be surprised if it does much more than that. Let me know what you think in the description. As always, check out Copy My Crypto. Like I said, the gainers at the moment, the new subscribers I know are buzzing. Some of the coins have gained 50, 60, 80% in the last couple of weeks. They're really running well. So if you want to be a part of it, click the link in the description and start changing your life. Anyway, that's it from me. Take care and stay safe, guys. Bye.